In this video, I'm going to share with you my simple and romantic autumn habits, the things I've been doing to slow down as the weather turns. Scotland isn't all romance, of course, undercut as she is with turbulent history and all too often overcast with rain, but the intricate carving of both architecture and glen somehow makes up for it, charming the soul with a wink and a smile. And what better season to romanticise than autumn? The orange hues of the trees near matching the highland coos that stand in the mist below, the brambles in abundance, sweetness interspersing the sharp, hot tea enjoyed year-round but especially by candlelight after dark, now the summer midnight sun has departed and kissed us goodbye. These habits are my old friends with whom I reunite year on year, and I begin by going into the woods. Autumn is really one of the most beautiful times of the year for sure. I've had a lovely woodland walk. I've been searching for mushrooms, which I found a few already, and hoping to see more into the season. We've had a lot of really beautiful days, sunshiny autumn days, which are always the best kind. How lovely the woodland is in autumn. These walks take me into bramble patches, along the mushroom trail, and traipsing upon an elven path of babbling brooks, overlaid with golden finery.
There's a message drifting in the air. If you listen, you will notice music everywhere. This bridge is made of hope. This bridge is made of hope.
I have hugely cut down on the amount of time I'm spending on a screen, consuming media, and I've been trying to focus more on creating, which has been so lovely, and also with just spending more time in nature and doing the things that I love, that I sometimes forget that I love, because I think that so much of the entertainment we have is so easy. It's such a quick and easy fix to feel good, and many of the hobbies that we might enjoy doing are more effort to begin with, even though they have greater reward in the end. So I feel like I'm resetting my mind a bit, and I've been feeling so much joy since then and so much more peace. It's not perfect, of course, never is, but I have been feeling a lot better, and that's been really, really good. To me, this little ravine felt like something out of a fantasy film or a Highland romance. There's a scripture that says when you clean your home and put it in order, you mustn't leave it unoccupied, otherwise it will be broken into and taken over. In the same way, when we cut out the unhealthy habits in our lives, we shouldn't leave ourselves empty, otherwise new bad habits may come in to take their place. If I let go of watching inflammatory online media, I need to replace it with something good and lovely, like gazing on the beauty of creation. Only then can I be inspired to create. The kitchen is my art studio, a little library of cookbooks, my inspiration, My pots the canvases, wooden spoons the brushes, and ingredients the paint. Seasonal meal planning, especially in autumn, is to me the perfect emergence of practicality and creativity. Here, more than ever, the common and everyday becomes the greatest source of romantic artistry. Hello, so I'm currently doing some planning for the autumn, meal planning specifically. I always like to try a handful of new recipes for a new season. I also usually feel a little bit nervous buying different ingredients for meals that I don't know whether or not I'll like, especially if it's like herb mixtures or spices, just in case I use it once and then I don't like it and then I'm not sure what to do with it. But at the same time, 9 times out of 10, I know that when I try it, there's a really good chance that it's going to become a regular recipe. And so I'm reminding myself that it's probably going to be worth it. The next simple autumn habit is to get organised. There is something about the autumn that inspires order. Perhaps it's the back to school season, or perhaps knowing we'll be inside more as winter draws near. But this is the best time of all to make our homes orderly. I declutter the old, clean up, and use containers so that everything has a home. Once everything is spick and span, I love to make things cosy and beautiful. I don't like clutter though, so I have a few tricks to keep things simple. Keeping single frames with a selection of flat artwork means that you can switch things out without needing to store multiple bulky frames throughout the year. Wee postcards to be displayed, then sent at the end of the season are also a lovely idea, as are coloured candles in keeping with an autumn vibe. My favourite idea is to use natural decorations like real pumpkins or fall coloured flowers that can be eaten or put to compost when they're no longer needed. We only have space to store Christmas decorations year round, so this means that in autumn I have to get creative. Finally, we have my weekly baking ritual. The cooler season brings banana bread and cinnamon treats, hearty bakes to warm, dark nights. No, it is actually ready. I just wanted to get this mixture. I find baking so calming and try to make a habit of doing so at least once a week during the cooler seasons. While not perhaps healthy, home-baked is at least less processed than what you might buy in the shops. I've also been learning to make sourdough and yeast bread so that we don't get too caked out. In the words of Mary Berry, I think to eat cake is very good for us, but it's the size of the slice and how often you have it. So there we have it, my simple and romantic autumn habits to complement slow living in Scotland. If you enjoyed the video, you can let me know by hitting the like button and leaving me a comment. I'd love to know if you have any seasonal habits of your own. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, it was lovely to have you here.